Telling a woman that she is pretty and complimenting her appearance is one of the dumbest things that you can do, and one of the quickest ways to kill any chance that you had with her. Attractive women know that they're hot. They get confirmation from men every single day. Their beauty is often one of the core foundations that they actually build their self-esteem upon. Telling a woman that she is pretty is not some revelation to her, it's old news, and it makes you look pathetic. This is the logic that low-quality men use. I am insecure about my appearance. I would like it if somebody gave me a compliment telling me that I was good looking. If somebody did give me that compliment, I would feel positive feelings towards that person. If this is true for me, then the reverse must also be true for women, because women care heaps about their appearance. This woman is probably insecure about her looks, so what I'll do is I'll give her a compliment and I'll help her remove that insecurity. I'll make her feel better about herself, and then she'll feel grateful to me, the person who gave her the compliment, because I'm responsible for generating those positive feelings inside her. It is so painfully transparent what the agenda is when you compliment a woman like that, that any woman of decently high quality is going to be able to smell your desperation from a mile away. Your attempts to ingratiate yourself by complimenting her looks aren't going to work. She's just going to think, oh great, it's another one of those needy, desperate guys. It's so obvious what he wants. This all stems from a fundamental misunderstanding about how different your experience as a man is to that of a pretty woman. You, as a male, might never get any compliments about your appearance, but a pretty girl gets told that she's pretty hundreds of times a week. Almost every guy is giving her compliments about her looks, or at the very least is staring at her and behaving in such a way that makes it obvious that he finds her pretty and attractive. She knows this. She's able to pick up on the signs. Telling her that she's pretty doesn't make you special or stand out. If she dated every single guy who complimented her appearance, she'd have thousands of boyfriends. Your job is to stand out, to demonstrate that you're different, that you are unique, that you're cut from a different quality. Here's the truth of the matter. Pretty women these days are basically numb to compliments about their looks. Like if she posts a photo to her Instagram and she's scrolling through the comments, she's barely even registering it. Like, wow, you look so beautiful, so hot, you look so gorgeous. She's just scrolling through it. It becomes basically meaningless white noise. And if you give her a compliment, using these same terms and languages that she hears all the time, then you get associated with that horde of orbiters that she has conditionally learned to ignore. The one comment that will get her to stop scrolling and actually pay attention is the one that says, you look ugly, you look fat, because it's at least different from all of the mindless praise that she's, used to receiving. I'm not saying that you should say that. Only dickheads go around insulting women's looks. And trust me, it's not going to work either, because no high quality woman is actually going to fall for that. Only a low quality woman is actually going to respond to that kind of manipulative negging. Insulting a woman's looks is only going to work if the woman has heaps of insecurities and low self-esteem. And that's not the kind of woman you want to be in a relationship with. You try that shit with a high quality woman, she's going to kick you out so fast. But then what are you meant to do? You're face to face with a woman, you're flirting. Aren't you meant to express your admiration for her, to communicate your interest, to compliment her about something? Yes, when the time is right, you should say something. But the point is that you need to use your compliments to distinguish yourself from other men. That needs to be their purpose. You see, most guys can't even stop themselves from complimenting a woman's appearance because they're so superficial and shallow that that's all they notice. They just see a girl with a pretty face and that's enough for them. They don't really have high standards. You can set yourself apart by complimenting her achievements, her temperament, her kindness, her dedication to a cause that she believes in. Don't overdo it. Too much praise, especially if it's unearned, comes across as needy. But with the right timing, you can use a compliment to demonstrate something that you have noticed about her. You've looked beneath the surface and you've seen that there is some depth to her. And you use that compliment to express admiration specifically for that depth. She's thinking, wow, he noticed that about me. Guys never notice that about me. Who is this guy? I need to know more. Giving a compliment in this way also has the added bonus of communicating your standards. You're not just some average chump whose only requirement for a girlfriend is that she has a pretty face. For some guys, the woman can be spoiled, obnoxious, petty, insecure, jealous. Hey, but as long as she's got a pretty face and a hot body, that's enough for me. You don't want to be like those guys. You're better than that. Just being good looking, that's not enough. You require more from a girlfriend. For a girl to truly capture your interest, she needs to be intelligent. She needs to be kind. She needs to be interesting and creative and passionate about life. The girl's thinking, wow, this is so weird. Most guys only seem to care about my looks. They only talk about my appearance. But here's a man who clearly requires so much more. He must be a high quality guy. I want to meet those standards that he has so that I can be with him. Now, not complimenting women's appearances also has the added bonus of screening for low quality women, because any woman who has her self-esteem built on a foundation of her appearance is not going to be able to tolerate being around you, because if you're not constantly praising her about how pretty she is, you're not feeding that ego supply that she needs to keep going, and she's just going to move away from you of her own accord. Bravo, that's a good thing. You just dodged a bullet. You don't want to be with a woman like that anyway. Even if she's pretty, it's more trouble than it's worth. Now, let's bring some nuance to it, because it is true that all women do have some insecurity about their looks. Even the really pretty ones, women who model for a living, they still get insecure about their appearance and they crave validation. A woman does, at some point in a developing relationship, need to hear from the man that he thinks that she's beautiful. For a gender equivalent, can you imagine as a man being in a relationship with a woman and she never once validates your masculinity or your competence? I'm not sure that a woman can actually feel safe in a relationship unless the man has explicitly stated that he finds her attractive. Men care so much about a woman's appearance because it all has to do with fertility cues. If she is young and healthy and beautiful, it indicates good genes, which indicates, good children. And over countless generations of evolution, women have noticed how much men pay attention to a woman's appearance. And so evolution positively selected for women to care about their own appearance. I think that one of the results of that is this deeply held psychological need. It might even be called a biological need for women to be validated about their looks. It is the ultimate confirmation of their desirability, of their femininity. Even those super ambitious career women who are really masculine, during the day, making money, making deals, they still want to go home to a partner at night who loves them and calls them pretty and validates their femininity. But as I've stated, the sheer quantity of compliments that women receive about their looks these days has massively reduced their impact. High quality women make the distinction between genuine praise from a high quality man whose opinion is actually worth something and the meaningless white noise compliments from desperate lonely orbiters. And so that's the lesson. If you're in a relationship with a high quality woman, then sure, call her beautiful, tell her she's gorgeous, go for it, have fun, she'll love it. But what's important is that you didn't start off that way. You didn't begin the relationship with endless praise about her appearance. You first demonstrated that you were a high quality man by complimenting things other than her looks, by looking for depth, looking for character. You proved that your opinion actually means something, and you built up a tremendous amount of credibility. At that point, she'll be aching for your validation, and when you finally tell her that she's gorgeous, she will really hear you. She will feel those words, and the impact will be massive. In the short term, she might hate the fact that you're not giving her the validation about her appearance that she's gotten used to from men, because she's maybe even become a little bit reliant on it, and it's weird for her that she's not getting that, and she might be slightly resentful. But trust me, the long-term payoff is worth it. Hold back, build up that anticipation, build up your credibility, and when you finally let her have what she's been seeking all this time and you validate her femininity, just watch her melt. So I got this email from a 20-year-old woman. She's a fan of the channel. I'll post like a copy and paste of her email in the pinned comment below if you want to read it for yourself. But essentially, she's concerned that her intelligence and her high, ambition is going to actually limit her options in the dating pool because of hypergamy. She doesn't want to intimidate men. And so she's actually considering giving up her career and going into something like teaching or nursing so that she can nurture her femininity and, increase her options in dating. Anyway, I give her a whole bunch of advice. It's the topic of my latest Patreon video. It's really great. Check it out. $5 a month, Patreon. Sign up. It's awesome.